Happy New Year, everybody. Greg Thomas here with White Whale Fishing. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, you might be wondering, is this the right channel for me? What's this channel all about? Well, I can guarantee you, at the end of this video, you'll know if this is a channel that you want to come back to and maybe think about hitting that subscribe button and smashing that bell to get notifications. Today we're talking about the brand new year. 2020 is over, 2021 is here. I feel invigorated and energized and ready to push forward and ready to conquer the world this year. And that's what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about goals. Goals are super important, whether they're personal or professional, and the power of writing your goals down on paper is unmistakable. If you guys have never, ever done that, I hope that at the end of this video, I can inspire you to at least write goals down on paper, whether they're fishing goals or personal goals or love goals or whatever kind of goals you're talking about. You write them down on paper and you put them somewhere where you can see them on a regular basis. They become part of your world. All right, so we're talking about goals. 2020 was a fantastic year for white whale fishing, for Greg Thomas. I did a lot of things that I wanted to do. I fished a jig a lot more. I got confident with the jig. That was one of my #1 goals in 2020. I wanted to fish new waters. I started fishing river systems. I wanted to fish for smallmouth. I went wade fishing for smallmouth. So I was able to accomplish a lot of my goals, but there's still a lot to get done, and that's what this year is going to be all about. I went ahead and took some time and wrote down my goals like 14 times. What can you expect from Greg Thomas and the White Whale Fishing channel moving forward this year? Got some pretty cool stuff. Got our goal sheet right here. And very first one, custom bait making, right? I started doing this last year. This was one of my goals. This is a really good goal for me to do over the winter time because our waters get iced over and you just can't go fishing unless you ice fish. I got an airbrush kit for Christmas, and I've started to make my own baits. Like, right, I've got some spinnerbait molds here. For those of you that won the giveaway on YouTube or the giveaway on Instagram, you guys, number one, your baits are in the mail. Number two, some of you guys are getting some pretty killer custom spinnerbaits. So that's something that you can expect from the channel in the future. But we also got an airbrush station. So I'm going to be airbrushing lure blanks. And, you know, I've got a Pop Max here, and I've got some sort of suspending jerkbait there. We're going to be airbrushing hard baits. We're going to be airbrushing soft baits. We're going to be airbrushing glide baits. Swim baits are a passion of mine. Fishing them, collecting them, I just think they're rad. And to be able to produce my own and go out and catch fish on it, that's pretty dope to me. Any of you guys out there make your own baits? If so, let me know down in the comments. But I'm interested to hear some feedback from you guys. What videos are you interested in seeing on this channel? Number one, do you want to see custom bait making videos? Number two, you want to learn how to make a spinnerbait or a buzz bait, or you want to learn how to airbrush a soft swim bait, or, you know, a topwater popper? Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Goal number 2, target new species, specifically big species, right? I'd really like to be able to target some striper this year, and I'd really like to be able to target some muskie this year. Those are just incredible fish. I've been muskie fishing once in Minnesota. I probably threw 10,000 casts. I got one follow. I never hooked up. So I'm hoping to do that. But targeting new species is definitely something that is going to be on my radar for the 2021 season. More kayak fishing in general. I did not get out on the kayak as many times as I wanted to last year, so that's something that I'm going to be super passionate about this year. And I've kind of dialed it in on a minimum of what I want to do. I want to fish at least 4 new lakes, and I want to fish at least 4 new moving water bodies. Not necessarily all in the state of Indiana, but that's where home base is, so that's what makes the most sense. Some of the lakes that I'm looking at hitting, Lake Hamilton, Lake Webster, Lake Neona, don't know. The fourth lake is kind of up in the air. What do you guys think? You guys live in the area? And then as far as moving waters goes, I've got the Tippecanoe River here, but I've got to get down to Indianapolis and hit the White River and hit Falls Creek, and I've got to get over to Crawfordsville and hit Sugar Creek, and then where else from there? There's a lot of other bodies of water, but I'm really interested in hearing what you guys think. Know any great spots in the area? I'm not looking for your spot. Know any great bodies of water, any good creeks, any good rivers that you think I should fish? I'd really, really love it if you guys drop that information down in the comments. You guys got a good spot? You want to meet up? You want to go fishing with me? Let's do it. I'm down for it, right? You let me know in the comments, hit me up on Instagram, drop me a direct message. That's something that I think would be just awesome to be able to do. Meet up with a subscriber. Let's go fishing. That's what we love to do, right? Let's do it. One of my most specific fishing goals for this year is to catch an 18-inch river smallmouth on a glide bait. I don't know that I've ever seen that on video or on YouTube. I just think it would be absolutely incredible to do. Throwing glide baits is something that I'm super passionate about. I got bit by the smallmouth bug in 2020, and yeah, that's just ridiculous amounts of fun. Is fishing moving water and then targeting new species. And if I had to guess, I would say it's probably going to come on a perch glide bait, or maybe even a bluegill glide bait, or maybe even a rainbow glide bait that kind of looks like a shad. Those are going to be my primary weapons of bass destruction as far as the glide bait goes. 18-inch smallie on a glide bait, gonna do it. Smash the thumbs up for targeting smallmouth with glide baits. That's rad. A technical goal, something that I really want to get better at. I have a fish finder. I got a Garmin fish finder, and I need to learn to use that thing. So that's going to be one of my goals, is getting that unit dialed in. I need to mount it to my kayak. I also need to learn to wire the batteries correctly. I mean, there's heat shrink and all kinds of things that are just totally foreign to me. I've got to learn how to map lakes or ponds that don't have maps. Those are the three subcategories of that goal that I really, really want to accomplish. Now, as far as mounting the kayak, if you guys have any fish finders that you need to mount to your kayak, Gene Jensen, aka Fluke Master's, got a great video out there on how he mounted a fish finder to his Bonafide SS127. That's the kind of kayak that I have. So I've kind of taken some notes from that as far as how to mount the fish finder to my kayak. But if you guys have any feedback, any tips, or any videos you think that I should watch on how to actually complete the wiring from the battery, to me it's totally foreign, right? It's like speaking German. But that's where I need help. Goal number 6, develop confidence in baits. And I consider myself a pretty well-rounded angler, but there's definitely some things that I tend to lack the patience to do, because I'm a power fisherman at heart. I want to chuck and wind and chuck and wind, but there's no doubt about it that there's a time and a place for the finesse game, and probably the number one thing that I need to get better at, not necessarily that I want to get better at, but that I need to get better at, is fishing a shaky head, and believe it or not, fishing a wacky rig, because I just don't do it. So that's something that I'm going to try and dial in. If there's going to be a spinning rod on the kayak, there's probably going to be a really, really good chance it's going to have a shaky head connected to it. Things that I want to also focus in on, smallmouth baits, smallmouth baits, smallmouth baits. But I really want to get dialed in what's best productive for the moving waters in my areas when it comes to smallmouth. So that's something that you guys can expect to see. And the last technique specific thing that I really want to focus on is just more dedication to throwing big baits. My two primary focuses as far as techniques this year are going to be smallmouth and big baits. And I'm talking about the mag draft, the glide bait, the Huddleston. I just got these. I was at work and I got a work delivery today. some 8-inch mag drafts coming in hot. But those are kind of the technique-specific things that we're going to be focused on. Which one of those are you guys most excited about, right? Big baits, smallmouth baits, or finesse baits? If I had to guess, it's probably going to be between the big baits and the smallmouth baits. But let me know down below in the comments which one of those you guys are most excited about. Let me know also down in the comments, what techniques are you going to be working on this year? What do you want to get dialed in a little bit better on? What do you want to build more confidence in? Goal number 7. Goal number 7. I would love to meet up and collaborate with some local Indiana kayak anglers. One of the things that I started to do late in 2020 was just kind of search YouTube for people in my area, content creators in my area, and man, did I come across some awesome channels. Indiana Kayak Fishing Journal, awesome channel. Guy fishes for smallies and largies and pikes and muskies, and you know, that just a great channel. I'll link it down below if you haven't seen it. If you're into multi-species fishing from a kayak, definitely something you want to check out. Another fantastic channel, 2 Everything Outdoors. Adam is a smallmouth hammer, especially on some creeks and rivers in the southern part of the state. But one of my goals is to reach out and try and meet up and fish with another content creator. Maybe collaborate, maybe make some content together. If that doesn't happen, let's just get together and fish, man, because that's what it's all about. Great opportunity to fish some new waters and continue to grow and expand the white whale fishing community. And last but not least, one of the most important things that I want to accomplish this year is I want to get to 1,000 subs on YouTube. I want to grow this family to 1,000 members on YouTube. We're sitting at 310 right now, and I'm going to be hitting it pretty hard. There's some things that I need to do in order to try and accomplish that goal. Releasing 100 videos this year is something that I'm going to try and do. There's 52 weeks in the year. That's 2 videos a week, every single week, except for 2 weeks. That's the goal that I'm going to hit. If I miss a week, I've got to knock 3 out the next week. But that's what I want to do as far as the channel goes this year. I'm going to be asking you guys for your help on this because I can't do it by myself. You know, a rising tide lifts all boats, and this tide is about to start rising. So hopefully you guys will continue to help me support making awesome free fishing content, and hopefully by the end of the year, by December 31st, 2021, we'll be able to check that box and say 1,000 subs. The pursuit continues. Thank you guys very much. Those are our 2021 goals. Hopefully at the end of this video, you have decided, yeah man, this is for me, or this is not for me. And that's cool, you know what I mean? Because this channel is definitely not for everybody. The mission of this channel is to help anglers catch more and bigger fish. We're dedicated to searching out for the biggest fish in a specific body of water. We're hunting for our white whale. We're going to be talking about baits, gear, and tactics to help you target, catch, and land more and bigger fish in the 2021 season. If you like what you hear, do me a favor, smash the subscribe button, ring that bell, and I will see you guys next time on the water. Happy 2021. Thanks for watching. Looking forward to seeing you guys soon. Peace out. Tight line.